could be forgiven for calling this a Porsche 911, but it is in fact far from it. This is a 1989 RUF Group C Turbo Roof, or CTR, perhaps better known as the Yellowbird, a nickname given to the bright yellow 1987 prototype that would set the record for the fastest production road car in the world in 1987 at 211 miles per hour, a record which it would hold for 5 years. That is a lifetime in the automotive space. The yellow prototype also starred in a film titled Fascination on the Nurburgring, which demanded attention from enthusiasts everywhere, watching test driver Stefan Roser in just a t-shirt, jeans, and white socks skillfully slide the twin-turbocharged roof flat out around the Nurburgring for 20 minutes. Alois Ruf JR, who took over RUF from his father in 1974, wanted a company presentation that was as exciting and dynamic as RUF, and let the world know that the small family-owned German car manufacturer meant business, and likely helped to popularize the Nurburgring in the process. But as you may have noticed, this car is not yellow. This deep sea green CTR is car number 14 of the 29 road car limited production run, which we would call the Greenbird. And aside from color, there are quite a few changes from the yellow prototype CTR to the production cars. Pricing for these production cars reportedly started at $142,900 in 1987, or about $400,000 today in 2025. But, just like the enthusiast's affection, these cars have since greatly appreciated. This Greenbird was originally delivered new to Switzerland, where it then spent some time in Japan, and made its way here to the United States in January of 2024 with just 9,889 original kilometers, or 6,145 miles at the time of this video. So what does it take to build a 211 mile per hour road car in the 80s? Some bolt-on modifications to a Porsche 911? Not even close. The RUF CTR is a Porsche 911 in basic appearance only. Some of the modifications may only be apparent to the most extreme Porsche experts, and even then, most would not recognize the car on the road. Let's start with the most significant change, the powertrain. Porsche already offered a turbocharged 911 in the form of the legendary 930 Turbo, but it was a single turbo engine originally offered without an intercooler and only a 4-speed manual transmission. RUF had bigger aspirations and started with the naturally aspirated Porsche 911 Carrera 3.2 5-speed car. The 3.2-liter engine was then modified in-house by RUF. It now displaced 3.4 liters, featuring a Bosch fuel injection system with 4 large fuel injectors per cylinder bank, a bright yellow air cleaner, RUF stamps on the intake manifold, along with not one, but 2 KKK turbochargers, each with their own intercooler, with output conservatively rated at 463 horsepower and 408 pound-feet of torque. However, RUF insiders state the car makes over 550 horsepower. Fortunately, the power is somewhat adjustable thanks to a manual boost adjustment dial located low between the seats. The prototype Yellowbird features a RUF-modified 5-speed manual transmission, but the production cars, like this Greenbird, feature a 6-speed manual transmission and limited slip differential, sending power to the rear wheels. In normal driving conditions, the CTR behaves just like a 3.2 Carrera when off boost. Once on boost, it is nothing short of a rocket ship, full of turbo flutter and blow-off noise, and the car squats down in the rear and launches forward. Weighing in at 2,579 pounds, the CTR can reportedly achieve 0 to 60 in just 3.65 seconds, 0 to 100 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds, a quarter mile in 11.7 seconds at 133.5 miles per hour, with a top speed of 211 miles per hour, confirmed with a sticker located in the engine bay. The legendary 1987 July issue of Road and Track, titled World's Fastest Cars, would quote the Yellowbird as the winner at 211 miles per hour, beating out the Porsche 959, Koenig Turbo Specials, Ferrari 288 and Testarossa, Lamborghini Countach, AMG Hammer, and more. Later in 1988, the magazine Automotive und Sport took the CTR to the Nurburgring test track, stating the car reached 213 miles per hour. Either way, the underdog RUF CTR had cemented itself as the fastest production car in the world without compromising road car luxuries like air conditioning and without the budget of a large automaker. With all of that power, the aerodynamics and cooling became even more important, and RUF streamlined the narrow-body 3.2 Carrera shell. RUF started by shaving the drip rails. The mirrors are replaced with smooth 935 style mirrors which blend into the body lines. The hood, trunk, and doors are now aluminum. The front and rear fiberglass bumpers are bespoke RUF components. In the rear, a wide turbo-style whale-tail spoiler was added, and an additional access door was added for oil. The famous NACA ducts, which fed the intercoolers on the prototype, would not be found on the road cars as they were believed to be ineffective, adding more drag than cooling performance. These changes helped to lower the total drag coefficient and reduce the weight of the car by 441 pounds, including other weight reduction changes. The subtle RUF front badge and rear CTR badge were accompanied by the RUF-designed and branded silver 17-inch 5-spoke wheels built by Speedline, measuring 17 by 8 in front and 17 by 10 in rear. The CTR wheels shared the Dunlop Denlock tire system with the Advanced 959, which used a unique bead profile that locked into the tire to prevent the tire from coming off the rim and suddenly deflating in the event of a puncture. The tires measuring 215/45/17 in the front and 255/40/17 in the rear also featured reinforced sidewalls to help withstand the intense conditions and forces over 200 miles per hour. What you can't see from the outside are the chassis and suspension upgrades which allow the CTR to handle 211 miles per hour. The chassis was seam welded, improving total rigidity and performance, particularly when cornering. The braking system was also upgraded with the Brembo brakes from the Porsche 962, featuring 330mm drilled two-piece brake discs and RUF-branded 4-piston calipers front and rear. Additionally, the CTR features a front strut bar under the frunk, double wishbone suspension, Bilstein shocks, and more. The interior is mostly unchanged as it came from Porsche, updating the things which improved performance like the Recaro bucket seats with side bolstering to better hold the driver in place during sporty driving, and the RUF-branded gauges which now account for the higher speeds, displaying up to 350 km per hour or 217 miles per hour, and the boost the CTR was capable of. Additionally, you'll find a RUF steering wheel, lush carpet with RUF floor mats, air conditioning, a Blaupunkt radio, a perforated headliner, the aforementioned manual boost adjustment dial located between the Recaro seats, and more. The prototype and some road cars did feature a cage, but you won't find that here. Because RUF was designated a manufacturer, you'll find bespoke stickers in the engine bay in addition to a carpeted frunk with RUF build plaques noting serial numbers. The Yellowbird prototype shocked the world in 1987 and put RUF on the map. But the road-going cars like this Greenbird exist as the triumphant limited production run that solidified the legend as more than some one-off tuner car. Each car features a unique story with updates and changes RUF added during the production and the life that they've led after leaving the factory.